Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Farmstead Brewing Company out of Greensboro, Vermont. This is one of their beers I have not had before, and I've been wanting to try this for a really long time. I've heard it's one of the best American Pilsners you can get, I wanted it, even when it was just on tap, but now they're canning it, so it's a little more accessible. So I'm just really excited for this. This one's called Mary. It's a German unfiltered Pilsner, unfiltered German style Pilsner. And it is, it doesn't say on the can, but I'm pretty sure I remember looking it up. It's either like 5.2 or 5.4 ABV, which is pretty standard for a Pilsner. So I'm going to crack it open and see what we got. I'm really excited for this because I haven't had a really good Pilsner in a couple weeks since I finished off my Resonant Culture Czech Pils cans. So, I mean, it says unfiltered, and it is, like, slightly cloudy, but, I mean, it's still pretty translucent. Like, you can see right through it for the most part. But I guess that you would expect this to be a pretty clean beer to begin with. And then there's about slightly less than one finger's worth of white head that's looks like it's dissipating a little bit. Really nice nose of like some spicy noble hops. There's a little bit of like skunky character to it too. It's appropriate for a Pilsner. It's not over the top. And like a lot of dough. It kind of just smells like when you go into a brewery and you smell like the fresh grain sitting around. Like it, really, really nice fresh aroma. That's really good. That's really good. I don't know that I would say that I like it as much as that Resonant Culture one, the specific one I'm talking about, the Pills Don't Pay Bills. But it's definitely up there. It's very, very good. There's a little bit more of a malt character to it than I was expecting on the aroma. I thought it was going to be a little more grassy and earthy from the hops, which you do have that for sure. But there's a little bit of a malt sweetness in there that I wasn't expecting, which is fine and it's appropriate for what it is. But I normally like Pilsners to be like slightly more dry than that. But the flavor itself is so good. Like I said, it has that little sweetness, but the actual grain flavor in the malt profile, it's like crackery and doughy. And sorry, I'm just thinking how good this is. Really, really good. The hops are, the hops are perfect. They're nice and herbal, earthy, even a little bit like spicy kind of, but they're perfectly balancing the sweetness that the malt body has, but it's not like I wouldn't call it a hoppy beer. It's just perfectly in balance for what a good Pilsner should be. The mouthfeel is absolutely perfect. It's not. Sometimes with Pilsners they're actually over carbonated, and they should be on the higher end of carbonation, but not like to the point where it has like a carbonation bite. I don't like that, and this doesn't have that. This is a pretty flawless execution for sure. Now, I'm not surprised at how good this is, given it's Farmstead, because they make almost everything really well. But this is one style that I was curious, like, how they were going to pull it off, because I never had anything like really, really traditional German from them before, so. But now, like, trying this, I wish he would kind of lean. And as far as I know, he has some, like, training in traditional German brewing, too. I wish they would lean a little bit more towards some of these type of beers. But if that would mean he would make less saisons, I don't know if I would want that either, because I love those beers as well. But this is really good, and it seems like in general no one lives close to Hill Farmstead. Like, if you're close, that means you're like an hour drive away, like in Burlington or something. But if I lived relatively close to Hill Farmstead, like, I would stock up with this stuff constantly and drink it all the time. I don't know what it costs, but I'm guessing it's, considering how cheap, like, their saisons are. I can imagine these cans are, especially this, because it's a pretty simple beer, that these cans are pretty reasonably priced. So I would absolutely stock up on this. This is really, really good. This is definitely a buy for me. Like I said, I don't know how much it costs, but I don't know why I didn't put that in the video. I don't know how much it costs, but I'm sure it's not expensive. I mean, I'd pay anywhere up to like $3 a can for this, to be honest. It's really, really good. So yeah, if you like Pilsners at all, seek this out. This is definitely one of the best American ones I've ever had, for sure. It's up there with some of the Victory stuff, in my opinion, and so I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.